Strutter Boy, glad you're here because we are doing something cool tonight that we've never done before. A, it's a part 2. I don't think we've ever done a part 2 before. B, it's double platinum, which starts off with Strutter 78. And C, it's going to be a chance for you to own some of the cool things we're talking about.
I said you'll have fun, and I won't disappoint you.
Welcome, fellow Kiss fans. Welcome to It's All For You Demon, celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan. And tonight, we're celebrating double platinum again, part 2, very first part 2 we've ever done. But we also have a chance for you to own some very cool stuff. So a quick backstory on how this whole thing unfolded. I'll keep this brief. Earlier in the year, I was talking to my buddy FL Dog, and I said it would be cool to collect an entire merch form of goodies. Like, have this be your checklist, and all year long, I'm going to focus on collecting this. I didn't know off the bat which album I wanted to do. I was leaning towards Dynasty, of course, and Rock and Roll Over was a second runner-up. But then this popped into my life, the promo Mylar poster, which are the double platinum Mylar posters, and I thought, boom, there's our answer. And the fun thing about merch forms is they carry on a lot of the merch from previous merch forms. So in your collection you may already have some stuff from said merch form. Rock and Roll Over / double platinum belt buckle, 77-78 tour book, technically not the one that would be in double platinum, because mine is the Alive 2 version. But beggars can't be choosers, and we make up our own rules. And then, as we discussed in our video a few weeks ago, the Paul Stanley Mylar, the Peter Criss Mylar, and the Group Shot #1. So that brings us up to date with the double platinum collection. My buddy Joe, the Mighty Jumbie on Instagram, messaged me and told me he believed he had some Mylars in his basement from when he collected in the 90s. A few weeks goes by, he sends me a video of the Mylars. I was absolutely blown away, and I said, man, that is so awesome. Let's work out a deal. And in true Kiss fan fashion, this is why this fandom is so good, he said, no worries, they're yours. And he sent them to my house in a tube. Mylar posters I never even dreamt of finding. And I think you know who I'm talking about if you've seen my previous videos. The one member of this band that is the most difficult for me to collect. But the coolest part of this whole transaction was Joe and I's conversation on Instagram. We talked about being Kiss fans, and he was a Kiss fan in the 70s. However, much like me, his first show was Hot in the Shade. Just never panned out for him to go to a show as a kid. And so we had a connection there. We also have a connection. The man loves Great Danes. They are a Great Dane family. We are a Great Dane family. So there was a kinship there anyway. Kiss, Great Danes, dogs, Kiss, nostalgia is what we live by here. So it was just a wonderful Kiss fan conversation. And then he said something that resonated in me so much. I asked what he needed for these posters, and he said nothing. They're yours. He mentioned that throughout his early days of collecting, some of the coolest things he ever received were given to him, were just from other fans being cool. And that is what I love about this fandom. I have always tried to do that in my own collecting. If I have doubles of something, I'm passing them on to someone else. I don't need 2 of something just hanging around. If it's not a variant or there's a reason I need 2, they're going to another fan. And that is what Joe did to me, and that is what is so great about this Kiss fandom. The negativity out in the world on social media sometimes is deafening, but the coolness and the love and the passion and the fuel and the just kinship of Kiss fan to Kiss fan and this fandom is amazing. And that is what Joe has provided me with. And I am simply blown away. Thank you is not a big enough word, And my cup of gratitude for this gesture is just flowing over. I am beside myself with this wonderful gift from a wonderful Kiss fan. We're going to check it out now, but I'm also thinking about a very cool way to pay this all forward. So this is what Joe has sent in true Kiss fandom fashion. A Paul Stanley Mylar poster, a Gene Simmons Mylar poster. I believe I referred to this next man as my hemorrhoid, the Ace Mylar poster, and a group shot #1 Mylar poster. Joe, I can't thank you enough. I have no words at all because, you know, I set out my year to collect double platinum, and some of the hardest posters I ever thought I would try to get this year, especially Ace. I was just like, you know, it's going to be a shot in the dark to even get these. And there's just going to be big gaps in my, you know, quest. And for you to come out of nowhere and offer another Kiss fan this cool items is beyond me. And I do want to pay it forward. And I was thinking about how to do that. And initially I thought, you know, I'm just going to give these away as well. And I didn't want to pick someone to give them to because I don't ever want to have it to look like there's favoritism in that. I also thought about doing a giveaway, but giveaways are great. They're cool. Everyone enters them. But I don't want these posters to go to someone who would be grateful to get it, but also maybe not have room on their wall to even hang it, and then it just sits in a tube. I want these, much like Joe explained to me, to go to someone who's really going to be passionate about it and ultimately hang it on the wall. And the best way I thought to do that is an eBay auction. And before anyone jumps to conclusions...
Well, all right. It was a jump to conclusions, Matt.
I have decided we would do an eBay auction for charity. And as the Mighty Jumbie and myself are both Kiss fans and Great Dane fans, I thought we would choose a local charity here in town that's an animal rescue. Chains of Hope is a 501c3 organization formed in 2010. The primary goal is to alleviate the suffering of abused and neglected animals in the urban core of Kansas City. The ultimate goal of Chains of Hope is to break the chain of ignorance, break the chain of suffering, break the chain of unwanted litters. I will post Chains of Hope Instagram and their website below. They're just a wonderful organization of angels, basically, who canvass this town, winter, summer, feeding and watering and sheltering dogs and cats that are kept outside on chains. Sometimes it's disgusting to see what they see, but also I'm just happy that there's people out there that can do it. I could never do it. It's a job I could never have. I would be on a teetering border of complete sadness and complete anger, and I don't know how they do it, but they do it, and it's wonderful. And I've watched them for so long save so many dogs, cats, pigs here in town, and it is just an amazing organization. So I thought we are going to auction off the extras of the Mylar posters, and I'm throwing in 2 posters of my own, and we're going to auction those off, and all proceeds of the auction win, minus eBay fees and shipping, will go directly to Chains of Hope. So, we are going to be auctioning off the Paul Stanley Mylar poster. 1977, the very poster from the Double Platinum merch form. And we will be auctioning off the Group Shot #1 Mylar poster. Now, the only thing with this poster is it looks like it has been trimmed at the bottom. The copyright information is missing, obviously trimmed to fit into a frame over the years, but it is still a kick-ass, badass poster. I mean, you don't get any cooler than these Mylar posters. Group Shot #1. And then in the same vein as Mylar, why not go shiny and big? I am throwing in this Mitch O'Connell Ace Frehley print that is printed on this shiny background. Very cool art, autographed by the artist, Mitch O'Connell. This is out of print on his website, and this would be fantastic for any Ace fan. Such a cool poster. And that Dynasty costume, you gotta love it. Plus, it's got a Mylar feel to it. Thick cardstock. Great poster for anyone's collection. And then also from Mitch O'Connell, I am throwing in the Paul Lynde Halloween special poster. And this almost looks like a blacklight poster, but it of course is not a blacklight poster, but it is super cool. Now, he still has the Paul Lynde Halloween poster on his website, but it is completely different than this version. I think there may have been some copyright issues with him naming all of the guests, because the new poster does not have the names and the pictures of Kiss are completely different. So this is kind of a out of print rarity, but a super cool poster for anyone who is a fan of the Paul Lynde Halloween special. So there you go. Those 4 posters are live on eBay tonight. My wife's eBay account, link is below, and all proceeds of these auctions, minus eBay fees and shipping, are going straight to Chains of Hope. Let's raise some awesome money for dogs and cats, animals in need, abused, neglected animals in the Kansas City area. Let's raise some money for them, and let's get some posters into some Kiss houses. People that will cherish these posters, hang them, and truly enjoy the fun of these posters. And I can't think of a better way to pay it back than to just offer some Kiss goods and also do good in the community for animals. Once again, Joe, the Mighty Jumpy, thank you so much for these posters. Thank you so much for the opportunity to do something cool like this. I have never done anything like this before. This is my first charitable work. That sounds horrible to say, but hopefully we can do something very cool for the Kansas City community and a wonderful organization like Chains of Hope, and also put some very cool posters that you provided into some good Kiss homes. Thank you so much. I am forever grateful, and this has just been an awesome day of Kiss fandom, and I hope we turn this auction into an awesome auction of Kiss fandom and good for dogs, cats, animals in the Kansas City area. Thank you for hanging with us tonight. Waxing a little rock and roll nostalgia. Strutter Boy, we're gonna do some good for some animals in town. Pee-wee says, yes. Remind everyone to spay, neuter, microchip, take care of your babies. Oh, your little Strutter Boys. So cute. I don't know what situation you came from, buddy, but I'm glad you're here. And Pee-wee, we know you've been pampered your entire life. But not all dogs and cats are. So that's why we are helping out Chains of Hope, doing some good, spreading some Kiss love. Thank you for hanging with us tonight. Auction's up. Links are below. Take care, be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Strutter Boy. Oh, he's camera shy. He says, I will get over that. I will get over that.